to Danganronpa. We're gonna investigate the shed. Just make sure I should take a look at the tool shed. This room is dusty and disorganized. In other words, it's a pretty stereotypical tool shed. Is this a tarp? Wait, is there a tarp in here before? Let's probably look at that. Could be related to the case. The top is wet and covered with mud and grime, but the underside is totally clean and completely dry. One side of that tarp is wet and dirty. Something about that bothers me. That's one thing That's one thing in here that concerns me. I can't fucking talk, dude. Fucking idiot. I think I've checked everything I need to in this area, but I'm not done yet. My killing spree has only just begun. There are other areas I need to check. Specifically, that fragment I found before. That's somewhere I need to go in order to confirm my suspicions. And I still need to find out more about Kyoko. Is that corpse really Kyoko? If that's true. Was that also Kyoko who attacked me last night? If I can find out more about her, maybe I can answer that question. Kyoko was never the kind of person to talk about herself all that much. Maybe if I could get into her room, I'll be able to find out more. But the key to her room...
It's all clear.
I will simply grab the key to your room. Give me the key. I want the key. I don't have a choice. I have to see if he'll let me borrow her room key. Hey, Byakuya? If you do come up with an alibi, I'll be happy to hear it. Later, at the cross trial. Oh no, it's not about that. You have the key to Kyoko's room, right? I was hoping I could borrow it. I'm afraid I can't take that risk. You're the prime suspect after all.
What?
Of course, if I were to go with you, that would be a different story. And will you go with me? Sorry, I have my own agenda to take care of. Try me again later and we'll see.
Goodbye.
Depending on my mood, I may go with you, or I may not. Come back later, huh? Okay, in the meantime, I should look around somewhere else. Maybe I should check out that one area. Alright, let's go to... here! I went to Jim, the slut. Monokuma's laying dismantled on the floor, but I figured it wouldn't be here.
You know?
I just found something. What is it? It's a bomb!
Huh?
Yeah. And that bomb went missing. There's no doubt about that. The fragments I found in the garden are... bomb. Oh my god! Okay, I check everything else I can think of. All that's left now is Kyoko's room. I should head back to the garden and ask Byakuya. God damn it, gotta make me fucking climb like 7 flights of stairs, Byakuya. Byakuya! Think you could go soon, Byakuya?
Let's go.
You wanted to check out Kyoko's room, right? Very well, let's go. Oh, wait for me! Byakuya walked without a second glance. And I hurried after him on our way to the dorms. Byakuya. Well then, here we go. Byakuya took out the key and slid it into the keyhole. And then... and it's open. Looks like it. Thanks. So this is Kyoko's room. There's something on the table. It's a woodblock decoration.
What?
What's that? What purpose does this serve? I think it's probably a key. Lockers at those really traditional public bathhouses use them for their lockers. I wouldn't know. I've never gone to a public bathhouse. Doesn't really surprise me. Other picture Byakuya doing something like that.
It's certainly possible.
But if it is a key, I think I might know what it unlocks. Really? What? Unless I'm mistaken, I'm pretty sure I saw something in the dojo that this might go to. Dojo?
What?
You wanted to come here, right? So what is it you're looking for? Nothing in particular, I just thought we might find some kind of clue here. Clue that might help us understand Kyoko.
Come on.
You can't be serious. That's why you made me take out time out of my search to come here. Sorry. Regardless, if you plan on poking around at random, you're doomed to, no matter how much time you take. Surely you have something more concrete. Something to give us more of some sort of direction here. More concrete. Oh, I know! Earlier, Kyoko gave me something. Huh? What's this?
It's true.
Consider it a symbol of my determination. Don't open it yet. Only open it if something ever happens to me.
I'm sure I have it here somewhere. I found it! What's in the envelope? Kyoko gave it to me. She said if something ever happened, I should open it. Well, something has certainly happened, so open it. Okay. I opened up the envelope and looked inside. Inside was a single piece of paper. Under the sheets?
What?
That's all there was in there. Yeah, looks like it. Under the sheet. What could it be? What could it possibly fucking mean? Could something be hidden under the bed sheets? Part of me didn't expect to find anything, but as I lifted up the sheets, a vibrator. What's this? I found a crumpled up piece of paper. Class 78 student registry. Mukuro Ikusaba.
I see.
It appears to be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile. Yeah, it looks like it. That's probably the other thing Kyoko stole when she snuck into the headmaster's room, along with the key. God, you're so annoying! Fine, I'll tell you, it was a key and fuck! That's it! This must be the fuck that Monokuma was talking about. Kyoko said a death without meaning was unappealing. This is what she left behind. Why's the cat doing that?
I think. Oh, okay.
What? I don't have time for your sentimental indulgences. Hurry up and finish your search. Okay. Made an effort to pull myself together and then look down at the profile sheet. Name? Mukuro Ikusaba. Sex? Always. The ultimate soldier. Although small for her age, she was a military specialist trained in every weapon type imaginable. She showed an interest in the military from childhood and soon found herself completely absorbed in it. In elementary school, she won a survival game tournament and began writing for military magazines. Just before entering middle school, while she and her family were on vacation in Europe, she disappeared. The story of a young Japanese girl being kidnapped quickly took over Japanese media outlets. An intense international investigation turned up no information, and she was never found. However, she reappeared in Japan 3 years later, alone and completely unannounced. She revealed that she had joined a mercenary group known as Fenrir for those 3 years. She insisted that she had been kidnapped, that she received battle training of her own volition. However, she never revealed why she decided to return home when she did. The ultimate soldier, mercenary group.
Fenrir.
This doesn't feel real.
Fenrir is mythological werewolf. There's a wolf on their hand.
The son of Loki, I believe.
Something like that. A wolf god.
This doesn't feel real. The world I grew up in is like a completely different dimension. It's like one's non-fiction and the other sci-fi. There's no way to even compare the two. That's how different this is. That was how I saw things as just an ordinary person. But then,
I see.
I never imagined I would hear a name Fenrir. Hear the name Fenrir in a place like this. Huh? You recognize it?
Naturally.
The Fenrir Mercenary Corps is a collection of battle-crazed warmongers. They do have their uses, and they always get the job done. That's worth remembering. It's all part of a world totally removed from the one I live in. I have to say, I'm intrigued. Every rumor I've heard says that Fenrir has already...
Found it!
Whoa! I feel like our hero is becoming a bit player, and the bit player is becoming the hero! It's you!
What?
What have you got in your pretty little hand there? Uh-oh! You found her profile! So what if we did?
Hey!
Don't freak out on me! I'm not gonna hold it out against you or anything. And in case you were wondering, I don't hold it against Kyoko either, even though she stole it and hid it! After all, there's no rule against stealing, is there? Who I can't forgive is Miss Ogami, who broke the rules and busted into the headmaster's room! Maybe I'll drag her corpse out here, slice it up and devour him! Bears are
Omnivorous.
Why can't I say this word? Omnivorous, you know?
What?
Are rule violations really so unforgivable? You're quite adamant about those regulations of yours. Of course I am. A proper school life is built on the dedication to organization and order. Which is why even I, as the school headmaster, have to follow the regulations myself! Oh, so you're saying you have to follow your own rules as well?
Of course.
Absolutely. I can't have you complaining about how unfair it all is. How can I? In fact, on the subject of fairness, would you like to know something interesting? Interesting? It's about the one writing all the rules. They're actually one of the participants in this killing game. I don't think I've ever told you how many participants there actually were, did I? I was thinking I should probably clarify that.
Hey.
When you all first got together in the main hall way back when, there were 15 people there, right? I think that first meeting may have led to a little misunderstanding among you all. Misunderstanding? Are you saying?
In other words.
That's right. There weren't actually 15 of you.
Yes,
The total number of students taking part in this killing game was actually 16. 16, then... Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16th student hit somebody in the school. The one I call them, man, watch out for her. 16th student. Mukuro Ikusaba. Is somewhere within the school. They want to call those red. Watch out for her. She's part of the school life. The one making all the regulations is... Why?
Huh?
Did you say something? Why are you telling us this? Oh, well, because like I told you, this killing game is desperately popular. You wouldn't believe the ratings. And since we got so many viewers now, I wanted to make sure everyone was on the same page. I don't want to wake up to a hurricane of complaints and hate mail, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Makes sense.
Well now.
Okay, that's all you get for now. Oh, actually, I do have some revenge to get, so I have an extra bonus for you. Revenge? I want to get back at that sneaky Miss Kirigiri, so I'm gonna share a little secret with ya. Seriously?
Hey.
You know how she wears those stupid gloves, day in, day out, all the time? Well, don't tell anyone I told you, but she wears them to cover a bunch of hideous scars that she doesn't want anyone to see. What? Okay, now that's all you get! Kyoko wears those gloves to cover up a bunch of scars? Wait, on the back of her hand. A tattoo. Wait, but no! Monokuma specifically said they were scars, right? That's why Kyoko wears those gloves to hide the scars. Which means... there's fake nails on the corpse. What do you think about Kyoko again? Huh?
What?
Forget about her. What matters right now is uncovering Monokuma's trap. His trap?
Such
God
ignorance.
must have really hated you to make you so dull. Don't you remember what Monokuma just told us? He said there were 16 students, right? Which means Mukuro was a student here.
That's right.
Obviously, Monokuma was trying to tell us that Mukuro is the one creating the rules to the game. But why would he tell us that? And why now? He said he wanted to make things clear so that there won't be any complaints later. But the mere fact that he said that proves that Mukuro is connected to the case. That's why Monokuma revealed the existence of a 16th student. He needs to make our investigation fair. Mukuro is related to the case?
It's certainly
Perhaps she's the one who killed Kyoko. What? That would explain why we would have to have a class trial, wouldn't it? If she's a student and she killed someone, that would make her part of the school killing game. Mukuro is the killer? She killed Kyoko? Anyone should be able to come to that conclusion, don't you think? In fact, that's exactly what I thought when the investigation first began.
What?
But, based on what Monokuma just told us, I've changed my mind.
It's all clear.
Mukuro Ikusaba isn't the culprit. Huh? What makes you say that? We thought Mukuro, the ultimate despair, was the mastermind's true identity. But if that's true, Monokuma's behavior makes no sense. Why would the mastermind go out of their way to reveal themselves to us? That's a good point.
So, in other words,
Mukuro give us information and would raise questions about her would be bold, to say the least. It makes more sense, then, to assume that Mukuro isn't the culprit. So that's the trap. They want us to suspect Mukuro and come to the wrong conclusion. That's what makes sense to me. The way you say it, it definitely does seem possible, but if that's really true, if Mukuro isn't the killer, then who is? Well then, I believe our work here is finished. Let's move on. I'm sure there are other places in need of investigation. I should find out if that key and the dojo really are connected.
Let's go.
Well, are you coming? First, I gotta drink water. Oh my god. Why didn't you do a better job at picking characters, Mac?
I'm so sorry.
Well, you even checked the locker! That's what we're here for, after all! Right. There are wooden lockers here. They use wood block keys, just like at those super traditional public bathhouses. It looks like the key we found in Kyoko's room really does go to one of these lockers.
I see.
Mukuro, do you see the locker farthest to the right?
Very strange.
That's the only one that doesn't have a key in it at the moment. You'll understand what that means, right? I should probably use the key we found in that locker, right?
That's right.
Well, then, just try it. Okay. I took out the wood block key and inserted it into the locker's metal lock, and the locker eagerly accepted the key and it opened. There are arrows in here. It looks like 10 arrows in total. They look like they're made of titanium, which means they're quite strong despite how thin they are. Of course, without a bow, they're nothing but strong little sticks. Sticks. Oh, there's something else inside the locker. The watered up ball of duct tape. I wonder what it was used for. Is that a bloodstain?
I see.
If it is, that means it must surely be related to the case. This duct tape is related to the case somehow? But how could it possibly be involved? I think that's all the locker has to offer for now. Is something wrong?
Very strange.
Very odd, don't you think? The locker was hiding items that were clearly related to the case. But how did the key to the locker wind up in the victim's room?
Why?
Well, perhaps... Yakuya? Forget it. Come on, we need to continue on to the next location. What next location?
What?
There's still something we need to look into. We need to do more research on Fenrir. Fenrir? Is it the mercenary group that Mukuro was a part of? But how are we supposed to find out about that? Isn't it obvious? Where in the school would you go to do research on something? Research? You talk about the archive? That's right! The archive has all kinds of info that the public, general public doesn't have access to.
Let's go.
We only have so much time before the trial begins. Let's hurry. I believe there was a file related to Fenrir somewhere over here. Yakuya seems to know the archive like the back of his hand. It went straight to the shelf in the back. Oh, here we go. We'll quickly return with a file in hand.
I see.
Take a look at this. I have no idea what it says. What language is this? How did you make it all the way through high school without learning a single word of French? I'm pretty sure most high schoolers can't speak French. Well, whatever. I'll read it to you, but I expect to repay your debt. You to repay your debt 100 times over. 100 times? It's not kind of extreme. Fenrir is an elite fighting unit based out of the Middle East. Unlike military contractors, they are a fierce group of soldiers who engage in direct combat. I'm very good at reading. I have good glasses. I can read from this far. They claim that a single member is equivalent to an entire company of regular soldiers. Just like Fenrir, the Wolf of Ragnarok, the mere presence is enough to strike fear into any enemy. They have been involved in countless military battles and operations, most of which are highly classified. However, some time ago, they completely ceased all activity. At present, their continued existence cannot be confirmed. There are unconfirmed reports that the key members of the group were all neutralized. Rumors indicate they were killed to keep them from revealing the many state secrets they acquired. Some, however, believe there was a mounting internal tension within the group, and they simply imploded.
What?
What is it? This all just sounds like some kind of alternate reality. Well, it isn't. This is our reality. The only reality. These people are part of our world. The battlefields aren't much different from our own lives here. An unpredictable, unimaginable world. That's what makes it all so exciting. Exciting is definitely the word I would use. So, did anything jump out at you? This may be your last opportunity to learn about Fenrir. Now that you mention it, the report said something about where the name Fenrir comes from, right? That's right. It says Fenrir is the wolf of Ragnarok. Speaking of which, would you like to know something interesting relating to that? To show that they are a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body. What? They got a tattoo of Fenrir? Could that mean? I can finally rest my voice.
Time is utterly silent, and yet it constantly assaults us, organisms, the earth, natural phenomena. It damages us little by little until the end. You should really think about that. Anyway, it's time to begin the class trial. So, please meet up in the usual spot. See you later.
And the time has come. What we can do now is try to uncover the truth during the class trial.
That's right.
It would seem that way. Let's go. Huh! Byakuya and Mukuro showed up together. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. You were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out at this point?
Mukuro's ranked high enough for you guys to go off together. Just the two of you.
What? Are you jealous?
Hey.
Are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself?
What?
Stop talking and brace yourselves. They'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But I stood there for 5 minutes, 5 full minutes, waiting for something weird to happen. And in 5 minutes it became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here or? Oh, what? Jesus! Did I scare you?
Come on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like that? What? I made you wait? You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here now, can we?
What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you.
Sorry, but you're wrong. But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? If you all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now.
If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here.
When we heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
hey,
I'm here and no rule's been broken.
Kyoko! Kyoko, you're still alive! No! It's a ghost!
Stop talking.
If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of the fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that right?
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? Am I wrong?
You're so selfish, so spoiled! You're right. There's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, let's all your butts up onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. When Monokuma was gone, we all rushed up to Kyoko. Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
Indeed.
Of course I didn't die.
Oh, thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right! Now we gotta deal with a ghost!
I told you. Stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we could do it during the trial. Even looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped into the elevator.
Master, wait for me.
Good call! Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long?
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. One after another, everyone piled into the elevator, but I I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where have you been this whole time? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So...
Correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms.
Second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that. I had no idea a body had been discovered.
Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I can't go to a trial completely uninformed, can I?
So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry, I kept you all waiting.
But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I use Monokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school.
What?
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma!
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through the trial, okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me.
But, huh? That's a strange way to put it. Last trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's crucial? It's a crucial moment for her.
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all,
Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Alright, what do you think of the killer is?
Well, I mean, I don't see how it isn't Kyoko. Like, it has to be, because if it's Makoto, he would die, and he can't die, because he's the main character. Unless he's already dead and he's a ghost. So, Kyoko.
Being the last one left, I stepped into the elevator. And the door slid shut. This time the clunking was loud enough to hurt my ears, and the dread began to consume me once again. I can imagine never getting used to the mental pressure that comes with preparing for an execution. In the dusty darkness, nobody said a word. We just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. Dazzling light penetrated the every depths of my eyes. But it wasn't the illuminating light of hope. Oh god! It's a blinding light of despair.
I can't wait! I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. The time for pointless jokes and jabs have passed. Let's get on with the show! Christ, dude. And so the curtain opened for a fifth time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Alright, go over the evidence. Due to the explosion, the victim's identity is unknown. However, they were dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed with a single time with a knife, went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as thick as a metal pipe, and the body was covered with other wounds.
Another theory.
Yeah.
Kyoko knocks out
Mukuro? Yeah.
To help Makoto.
Yeah.
Then somehow it's another, I don't know, somehow, some happenstance, Mukuro shoots an arrow.
Yep.
It ricochets, killed himself, and then it's covered up by putting a knife through the body since it went through both sides.
But we never found a bow.
Yeah, we never did.
Nor is there any evidence that the arrows were used. Because there wasn't blood on the tip of the arrows.
Yeah, well, you disposed of the arrow. Or maybe the arrow was what was used to knock him out. Thick as a metal pipe. I mean, it's not that big of a metal pipe. I don't know.
Alright, but also, the body was also covered with other wounds, but these were like several days old.
Okay.
The explosion has burnt the upper half of the body beyond recognition. So the upper half is soaking wet, while the bottom half is completely dry. There were fake nails on the body, and also there's a tattoo of a dog on the back of the right hand. There were bits of charred debris found near the body. It should be noted that the bomb, which had been removed from Monokuma in the gym, had disappeared. The sprinklers are programmed to come on every morning at 7:30, and it's impossible to change, so it's assumed that if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, it would have gone wet. Alright, so, essentially... okay, so... Makoto, I think that what's important here is that Makoto, met with Hina at 7:30 in the dining hall. And then we worked together, and then at 9 AM we found the body. The knife that was found near the body was the same knife that was used to stab it before the explosion. It's also the same knife that Toko had given to Makoto for safekeeping, and and the knife the masked assailant was holding when they attacked Makoto. There was a tarp in the tool shed. One side was wet and filthy, and the other side was clean and dry. There were 5 chickens, but now there's 4! And Hiro claims that there were, without a doubt, 5 chickens before nighttime last night, and yet there's only 4 chickens now. Byakuya said that there was no corpse in the garden after nighttime last night, and also says that everybody has an alibi except for Kyoko and Makoto. Before the explosion, the corpse had a mask and a white jacket covering the body, rather than like wearing it. It was covering the body. The knife had been thrust into the abdomen, and there were blood stains around the wound. The body had stopped bleeding, but the blood was still wet. It was noted, however, there was no blood on the ground near the body. Mukuro Ikusaba is known as the ultimate soldier. She disappeared during a military group called Fenrir, and every member of Fenrir gets a tattoo somewhere on their body to represent the membership of the group. Monokuma says that there were only 16 students within this killing game, alright? And also Monokuma reveals that the reason Kyoko wears gloves is to hide a bunch of scars. A woodblock key was found in Kyoko's room, and it unlocks the locker in the dojo, and inside that locker was a bunch of titanium arrows. There appeared to be 10 in total, and along with the arrows there was a water ball of duct tape in the locker, and there's blood on it. Kyoko says that she went to the second floor of the dorms, and she was able to access it because the key that she stole is basically a skeleton key that basically unlocks every door in the entire school. Alright. And we'll start the trial in
the next episode.
Thank you for watching this episode of Danganronpa. Make sure to like and subscribe. Hit that bell to be notified when we upload, which is
every single day.
Goodbye.